Get ready for massive NBA action because the Golden State Warriors' future is in serious jeopardy. We have the latest on the Warriors' GM Mike Dunleavy, who is quietly locking down a long-term extension. But he faces a monumental task ahead as the team navigates massive changes. We break down exactly what Dunleavy needs to do to maximize Stephen Curry's final years and prove his leadership.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This Allen 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we dive deep into the incredible history of NBA comebacks. We are looking at how the Detroit Pistons just completed the second 3-1 comeback in just a few days, following the Cleveland Cavaliers' historic run. This is a look at the incredible statistical patterns and the sheer drama that defines these historic playoff rallies. Now, we turn our attention back to the Warriors and the pressure surrounding Stephen Curry. We reveal the nightmare free agency scenario Peter O'Keefe is warning about, where the organization could lose their franchise legend forever if they don't handle the off-season moves perfectly. Find out why keeping Curry untouchable is the only path forward for the Dubs. And finally, Draymond Green is speaking out loud about the tension surrounding head coach Steve Kerr's decision. Green is opening up on his feelings about the partnership, revealing his perspective on Kerr's coaching decisions, and what this means for the entire Warriors setup. Don't miss this explosive analysis. Tune in now. The future of the Golden State Warriors appears uncertain as the organization navigates significant off-season changes following the conclusion of the 2025-26 campaign. While the team remains focused on maximizing Stephen Curry's championship window, key personnel decisions are looming, with questions surrounding the tenure of longtime partners Draymond Green and head coach Steve Kerr. Reports indicate that both Green and Kerr could potentially depart the team this offseason. Furthermore, the role of general manager Mike Dunleavy was also in question, though new information suggests he is set to remain with the organization for the foreseeable future. Sources indicate that Dunleavy quietly signed a new contract extension, securing his position with the team for several more years, despite external speculation regarding front office vacancies. The team's recent struggles, marked by injuries to players like Jimmy Butler and Curry's limited playing time due to a knee issue, have spurred widespread changes. With Klay Thompson already departed, Green's future with Golden State is also under review. Coach Kerr is reportedly undecided about returning for the 2026-27 season, suggesting the Warriors may be seeking a new head coach soon. General manager Dunleavy faces a demanding offseason. He will be tasked with executing blockbuster trades, making crucial key departures, and securing impactful free agent signings to maximize Curry's remaining years. The pressure is on Dunleavy to prove his value and justify the team's commitment to him as the front office leader, as the Warriors prepare for a significant transformation next season. The NBA playoff landscape is witnessing a surge in dramatic comebacks, with the recent history highlighting a significant trend: the 3-1 comeback. This pattern has recently been joined by the Detroit Pistons, adding another chapter to this evolving narrative. This phenomenon is not new, tracing back to the 1968 Eastern Division Finals featuring Bill Russell and the Boston Celtics against Wilt Chamberlain and the Philadelphia 76ers. More recently, the 2016 NBA Finals saw LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers secure the first 3-1 series comeback in NBA playoff history, aided by a crucial block from Andre Iguodala. The 2026 NBA playoffs have already established a new benchmark, becoming the third postseason in history to feature two teams rallying from a 3-1 deficit within the same round. Adding to the current momentum, the Detroit Pistons completed their second 3-1 comeback on Sunday, defeating the Orlando Magic 116-90 for in Game 7 at Little Caesars Arena. This follows closely on the heels of the Philadelphia 76ers, who also finalized their own 3-1 rally with a Game 7 victory over the Boston Celtics in their home arena. Examining past seasons reveals the significance of this feat. One notable example involved the Golden State Warriors, who, despite leading the league in regular season scoring and facing intense pressure, managed to complete a 3-1 comeback, culminating in a historic finals victory. This season was marked by a unanimous MVP and a dominant regular season, but the team ultimately collapsed in the series. Another instance involved the Cleveland Cavaliers, who rallied from a precarious position, highlighted by a dramatic Game 7 finish where Kyrie Irving delivered the game-winning shot, marking the first, and to date, only 3-1 comeback in finals history. In a different context, the Denver Nuggets achieved a remarkable feat in the bubble playoffs. After falling behind 3-1 against the Utah Jazz, the team demonstrated resilience, ultimately overcoming the deficit twice in back-to-back series, becoming the first, and still only, NBA team to achieve this feat. This resilience also marked the third time coach Doc Rivers lost a 3-1 lead in his career. The ongoing trend of teams overcoming significant deficits in the playoffs underscores the high-stakes nature of the postseason, where sustained performance and clutch moments define success. The Golden State Warriors face a critical juncture in free agency, with the team's future hinged on the status of superstar Stephen Curry. Following a disappointing 38-46 season, analysts suggest Curry must remain the team's only untouchable asset moving forward. The primary objective for the franchise, according to some observers, should be to surround the four-time NBA champion with immediate win-now talent to position them for an imminent championship run. However, this pursuit is fraught with peril. Peter O'Keefe of Blue Man Hoop has warned of a nightmare free agency scenario where the Warriors could lose Curry permanently. O'Keefe noted that if Curry's reaction to recent organizational decisions, such as reports suggesting a desire for Steve Kerr to hold players more accountable, mirrors fans' sentiment, it could lead to significant disquiet within the organization. O'Keefe emphasized the need for extreme caution this offseason, stating that any action could influence Curry's perception of the team's trajectory. The anxiety escalates if the Warriors fail to secure an extension for Curry this summer, particularly given that the 2022 Finals MVP is set to become a free agent next year on an expiring contract. The ultimate fear for Golden State is pushing their franchise legend to another team in 2027, as that scenario would effectively close the title window and force the seven-time champions into a rebuild. The consensus remains clear. Rubbing Stephen Curry is not an option for the Warriors if they intend for the Hall of Famer to remain competitive in the Bay Area beyond the 2026-27 season. Draymond Green is actively engaging in the ongoing discussions surrounding the Golden State Warriors' future, offering candid insights into his relationship with coach Steve Kerr as the latter weighs his decision to remain with the team. Green, known for his outspoken nature, has been dissecting the playoff performance and reflecting on the team's legacy. Green previously signaled a potential parting of ways, stating on his Draymond Green Show podcast that his tenure with Kerr at the end of the play-in tournament loss to Phoenix felt like a farewell. The focus has intensified recently, as Kerr is reportedly deciding whether to step away from coaching Golden State for the upcoming season. A significant point of discussion has been Green's candid reflection on his career development under Kerr. He admitted that a portion of his offensive growth as a player is attributable to Kerr's coaching, noting that the Warriors' playbook has not featured a set play for him since 2016. Green expressed gratitude for the opportunities provided, acknowledging the impact of Kerr's guidance on his evolution. This conversation follows a New Yorker interview where Kerr commented on Green, stating, "There's things he's done that I can never forgive him for, and yet I will do anything for him." Green's public commentary is characterized by intensity, a trait that has both propelled the team to new levels of competitiveness and, at times, led to on-court incidents. Further expanding on the team dynamic, Green recently discussed the end of an era following Klay Thompson's departure in the summer of 2024. He contrasted that transition with other team splits, such as the Chicago Bulls and San Antonio Spurs. Despite the uncertainty, Green affirmed the strength of the current partnership, stating that as long as they remain honest about their situation, the relationship remains strong. He also referenced Kerr's earlier comments about the Warriors being a fading dynasty, emphasizing that their ability to be realistic is key. The situation places pressure on Kerr and the Golden State front office, led by Joe Lacob, to maintain momentum as they finalize their decision regarding the team's future.